I know it's been a long time, Jonathan, but do you remember your card?
Not really.
Okay. But here's the thing. That's okay, because that's why I had you sign it.
Well, I signed it. That's a good thing.
You remember your signature, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That is my signature. That was my what they've just seen and whether they know how it was done. Let me ask you a bit about yourself. So you're a wrestler, but you're kind of a real wrestler. This isn't the kind of entertainment wrestler where it's all fixed in advance.
Yeah, I mean, mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu, and basically beating people up is my thing.
I don't think I've met any other magicians who do that as well. You must be in the minority.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still nerdy, but I like to. If you don't like my card tricks, I just punch in the face and that's it.
In the head, yeah, there you go.
I would have accepted it.
You do me a favour, because I love your accent. Would you say, are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Because there's no one else here.
Had I been nerdy, I would have accepted it.
You looking at me? You're looking at me. See anybody else here? You looking at me?
Wow, that's pretty good, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Great job. I've got no idea how you did it, but of course I'm not a professional. Pentatella are at the very top of the game, so let's ask Penn what the duo thought.
If we were doing this trick, we would have done it with cards that were marked, which you could have brought out at the beginning, and then it's very, very easy to do a blindfold peek down your nose. And Teller and I love blindfold peeks, and we love marked cards.
We turned it one time.
We don't
But
think you did it
I
that
think
way.
I wrote it black.
We don't think you did it with the blindfold peek. We think you actually did it tactily. We think you were actually feeling around. And even though where you were feeling around would still give you a blindfold peek, we don't think you did. We don't think the cards were gimmicked when you brought them out.
Okay.
We think that happened later. And I think the one thing I can say is I like this trick quite a bit, but if Fred Flintstone were watching this trick, if Fred Flintstone had seen this trick, and if Fred Flintstone knew an awful lot about magic, and if Fred Flintstone was taking a guess, I think Fred Flintstone might have said Yabba
Dabba
Do. Would Fred Flintstone have said Yabba Dabba Do?
Yes. For a second, I thought you just liked the Flintstones, but he would say Yabba Dabba Do.
The rest of us feel like we're just at a meeting of overly keen Flintstone fans. But presumably there's a code in that that you got. They're talking code so we don't get the tricks too easily. But you're fairly happy that they've busted it.
I did not fool Pentatella, but I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to perform for you.
You did a great job.
Thank you. It was super fun to watch. I loved it. I'm so good. Mark Calabrese, great work. Nice to meet you, sir. Let's meet our next act and see if they've got what it takes.
My name is Paul Vigil. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Some people call me a magician, others a mind reader, and some perhaps maybe even some kind of psychic. I did like working in a magic shop later on in my life that traveled around the world studying shamanic medicines. Once the curtains open or they introduce me, that's like once upon a time. Point to me a spot like right here or right here. Magic can have a consciousness expanding effect.
Exactly. I'm used to being on the traffic side and everybody I fly past.
Part of what I'm interested in right before magic is a moment that transcends to help people know that mystery is still alive, where even smart people will begin to doubt.
Would you please welcome Paul Vigil.
To ponder something for a second. Do you think it's possible that somebody, maybe even like myself, could stand here in front of a group of strangers and predict exactly what they may or may not do? I'm going to start with you, Penn. Okay. Now, please, I have some specific statements with which I'm going to attempt to influence you with. I'm going to start with you, and I'll use a few more. The response that I want from you is a single digit between 0 and 10. Not 0 and 10, between 0 and 10. Now, you know that I'm attempting to influence you, and my statement is 1, 2, buckle my shoe.